OMG. Your soulmate cut someone off after finding out this about you. My beloved child. Before another second slips away, listen with your whole heart, because what happened today has completely changed the direction of a story you thought had gone silent. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate discovered something about you that no one expected them to find, and from the very moment the truth reached them, everything around them became different. The smile they had been forcing disappeared. The conversations they once tolerated suddenly felt meaningless. They sat in complete silence, replaying every memory connected to your name until one realization became impossible to ignore. Someone close to them had been feeding them lies about you for far too long. Every warning they received, every rumor they believed, every doubt planted inside their hearts suddenly began falling apart one by one. They searched through old messages, remembered forgotten conversations, and noticed details they had ignored before. The more pieces they connected, the more shocked they became. Their heartbeat grew heavier because they realized they had unknowingly allowed another person to stand between the two of you. That realization hurt them more than they could explain. They kept asking themselves one painful question. How could I have believed someone else instead of trusting what my own heart kept telling me? That question echoed inside them again and again until they could no longer pretend nothing had happened. This was not a small misunderstanding. It was the beginning of a truth powerful enough to change everything. Everything reached a breaking point during one ordinary conversation that nobody thought would matter. Don't skip, because this moment changed everything. Your soulmate was speaking with someone they had trusted for a very long time when an unexpected detail slipped out. It was only one sentence, but it exposed months of hidden manipulation. The person accidentally admitted they had intentionally twisted the truth whenever your name came up. Suddenly every confusing moment from the past started making perfect sense. The strange distance. The unanswered messages. The hesitation that never felt natural. Your soulmate realized those were never your choices at all. Someone had quietly been controlling the story from behind the scenes. They looked into that person's eyes hoping there would be another explanation, but instead they found silence. A guilty silence that answered every question without saying another word. In that instant your soulmate made a decision nobody saw coming. They refused to continue the conversation. They stood up without raising their voice, without creating drama, and without looking back. They quietly removed that person from their life because they finally understood something priceless. Anyone willing to destroy an honest connection was never deserving of a place in their future. As they walked away, they felt both heartbreak and relief at the same time. Heartbreak because precious time had been stolen from them. Relief because the truth had finally been uncovered. They whispered your name under their breath, wondering how many chances had been lost because they listened to everyone except the one feeling they could never silence. Now the silence around your soulmate feels completely different. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. They are no longer asking whether their feelings are real. That answer has already become clear. Instead, they are wondering whether it is too late to repair everything that should never have been broken in the first place. Every place reminds them of you. Every quiet evening brings another memory they cannot escape. Even the smallest coincidence feels like life gently pushing them back toward the connection they once questioned. They have started noticing signs they ignored before. Familiar songs appearing at unexpected moments. Your favorite words showing up in random conversations. Unexpected dreams that leave them waking with your name still resting in their thoughts. They no longer believe those moments are accidents. Deep inside, they feel they are being guided toward one final opportunity to make things right. But there is still one truth they have not discovered yet, and when they finally uncover it, the decision they make next will leave everyone around them completely speechless. Someone is preparing to reveal a secret that has remained hidden until this very moment, and that secret does not only explain why your soulmate chose to cut someone off. It also reveals who has quietly been watching this entire story unfold from the shadows. When that hidden person finally steps forward, nothing about your connection will ever be the same again. A restless feeling has refused to leave your soulmate since that moment, and every passing hour keeps confirming they made the right decision. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. After walking away from the person who had filled their mind with confusion, an unexpected calm settled over them. For the first time in a long while, they could hear their own heart without anyone else's voice drowning it out. That silence became more powerful than any advice they had ever received. They began revisiting old memories with fresh eyes. They remembered the kindness you showed without expecting anything in return. They remembered the moments when your actions never matched the false stories they had been told. One memory after another shattered every remaining doubt. They realized you had never been the problem. The real problem had been the person who feared what your connection could become. That realization filled them with regret, but it also awakened a determination they had never felt before. They promised themselves they would never again allow another voice to decide how they should feel about you. The walls around their heart were finally beginning to fall, and behind those walls was a truth that had been waiting patiently all along. As the days unfolded, something even more surprising happened. Don't skip because this changes everything. People who had once stayed silent suddenly started revealing small pieces of the truth without even realizing how important their words were. A casual conversation, an old message, and an unexpected coincidence all pointed toward the same hidden reality. The person your soulmate had cut off had not only spread misunderstandings but had quietly influenced others as well. Yet the strange part was this: every attempt to keep the two of you apart had produced the opposite result. Instead of erasing you from your soulmate's heart, it made your presence stronger than ever. They found themselves thinking about what they would say if they had one honest chance to speak with you. They imagined explaining everything, admitting where they had gone wrong, and asking whether the distance between you could finally come to an end. Every imagined conversation ended the same way, with your name lingering in their heart long after the moment faded. They could no longer deny that you had become the one person whose absence felt louder than anyone else's presence. Tonight, your soulmate is standing at the edge of a decision that could change both of your futures forever. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. They have already closed one chapter by removing the person who tried to control the story, but another chapter is about to begin, and it carries a surprise they never expected. While searching through forgotten memories, they are about to discover something connected to you that has remained hidden until now. It is not a coincidence, and it is not something they were supposed to find so easily. The moment they uncover it, every unanswered question will suddenly fit together like pieces of a puzzle that has been incomplete for far too long. Their heartbeat will race, their hands will pause, and they will realize that destiny has been leaving clues in front of them this entire time. But the biggest revelation has not arrived yet, because the next discovery will force your soulmate to make a bold move that nobody around them will see coming, and once that step is taken, there will be no turning back. An unexpected moment is now closer than your soulmate ever imagined. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Last night, while looking through things they had not touched in a long time, they found something that instantly stopped them in their tracks. It was small, almost forgotten, yet the moment they saw it, your name rushed back into their heart with overwhelming force. Suddenly they remembered details that had faded with time, your honesty, your patience, and the quiet way you always cared without demanding recognition. Every memory carried the same message. You had never tried to deceive them. You had only wanted to be understood. That realization became impossible to escape. They sat there for a long time, unable to move, wondering how differently everything could have unfolded if they had trusted their instincts instead of listening to someone else's version of the truth. The weight of that thought became heavier with every passing minute. Instead of blaming the past, they began preparing themselves for one important choice. If destiny was giving them another opportunity, they refused to waste it. They knew they could not change yesterday, but they could still fight for tomorrow before another chance slipped away forever. The deeper they searched, the more unbelievable everything became. Don't skip, because this is where the story takes an unexpected turn. A conversation they accidentally overheard confirmed what they had only begun to suspect. The person they had removed from their life had been hiding one final secret all along. They were afraid that if your soulmate ever discovered the real truth about you, nothing would be able to keep the two of you apart again. That fear explained every lie, every distraction, and every attempt to create distance. Your soulmate felt a mixture of shock and relief. Shock because someone had gone so far to influence their choices. Relief because the confusion that had haunted them for so long finally had an answer. In that very moment, they made a silent promise to themselves. They would no longer judge you through someone else's words. From now on, only your actions would matter. Their heart felt lighter than it had in months, yet another feeling began growing even stronger, the feeling that they needed to reach you before destiny placed another obstacle between the two of you. Now everything around your soulmate feels like a countdown to one life-changing moment. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Every sign they notice seems to point in the same direction. Every quiet thought leads back to you. They are no longer wondering whether they should move forward, they are only deciding how. But just as they gather the courage to take that first step, someone unexpected appears with information capable of changing everything once again. This person has remained silent until now, watching every misunderstanding unfold without revealing what they knew. They are finally ready to speak, and what they are about to reveal will completely rewrite the story your soulmate thought they understood. The truth they carry does not simply explain the past, it reveals a hidden connection that has existed much longer than either of you realizes. When those words are finally spoken aloud, your soulmate will have only one choice left to make, and the decision that follows will surprise everyone who believed your story had already come to an end. A single unexpected conversation is about to erase every remaining doubt your soulmate has been carrying. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who had stayed silent for so long finally decided they could no longer keep the truth hidden. They admitted they had watched everything unfold from the beginning. They had seen the misunderstandings, the distance, and the painful choices that pushed the two of you apart. What shocked your soulmate the most was hearing that you had quietly protected their feelings, even when you had every reason to walk away. You never tried to expose anyone. You never fought to prove yourself right. You simply stepped back, believing that the truth would eventually find its own way into the light. The moment your soulmate heard those words, they felt an overwhelming wave of emotion they could not control. Every false picture they once believed completely disappeared. For the first time, they saw your heart exactly as it had always been, honest, patient, and stronger than anyone had ever given it credit for. That realization changed them forever. From that moment on, your soulmate stopped waiting for perfect timing. Don't skip because everything is moving faster now. They began making quiet decisions that nobody around them understood. They ignored distractions that once pulled their attention away. They stopped listening to opinions that had only created confusion. Every step they took carried one purpose: to clear away everything standing between your hearts. People close to them noticed the change immediately. Their confidence returned. Their smile became genuine again. Even their voice sounded different because it was no longer weighed down by uncertainty. They finally understood that real connections cannot survive on borrowed opinions. They survive through truth, trust, and courage. That lesson came at a painful cost, but it became the very reason they refused to lose another moment. Deep inside, they knew they were getting closer to the moment they had imagined countless times, the moment when silence would finally be replaced with honesty. Now destiny is preparing one final surprise before your paths can truly begin to move toward each other. Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. Within the next unexpected moment, your soulmate is about to come across something that feels impossible to ignore. It will seem ordinary at first, but it will carry a hidden meaning that only they can recognize. The instant they understand what it means, every remaining fear will disappear. They will realize this journey was never about losing each other, it was about uncovering the truth hidden beneath every misunderstanding. Yet one final revelation still remains locked away, and it involves a message that has never been spoken aloud. The person who has carried that message for so long is finally ready to reveal it, and when those words are heard, your soulmate will make a choice so unexpected, so bold, and so unforgettable that everyone who once believed this connection was over will be left completely speechless. Everything your soulmate has experienced until now has been leading to this very moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As they moved forward with a clearer heart, they noticed something impossible to ignore. Every attempt to leave the past behind somehow brought them closer to you instead. A familiar place reminded them of your laughter. An ordinary conversation echoed words you once said. Even the smallest moments seemed to carry your presence. At first they dismissed these as coincidences, but after they happened again and again, they could no longer deny the pattern. It felt as though life itself was quietly guiding them toward one unfinished chapter. They finally understood that some connections cannot be erased by distance, silence, or misunderstandings. The more they accepted that truth, the stronger their determination became. Instead of fearing what might happen next, they started believing that the answers they had been searching for were much closer than they had ever imagined. Then came the moment that completely caught them off guard. Don't skip, because this changes everything once again. While speaking with someone who knew nothing about the situation, they heard a simple sentence that stopped them in their tracks. Some people spend years searching for what they already walked away from. Those words struck their heart like lightning. In an instant, every regret they had been carrying came rushing back. They realized they had almost allowed fear to steal something that had always felt genuine. Without hesitation, they made a quiet promise to themselves. They would stop waiting for the perfect circumstances. They would stop allowing yesterday's mistakes to decide tomorrow's future. If there was still a chance to rebuild trust, they would take it with honesty instead of hesitation. For the first time in a long while, hope became stronger than doubt, and that single change gave them the courage they had been missing all along. Now your soulmate is standing only one step away from an unforgettable decision. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They have already let go of the voices that created confusion. They have already uncovered the truth hidden behind months of misunderstanding. But there is still one final piece of the story waiting to be revealed. Very soon, they will receive something they never expected, a sign connected directly to you that feels far too meaningful to ignore. The moment it appears, every question that has haunted them will finally have an answer. Their heart will become completely certain about what they must do next. And when that decision is made, it will not remain hidden for long. The silence that once separated both of you is about to be replaced by a moment so unexpected, so emotional, and so powerful that everyone who thought this story had ended will suddenly realize they were only witnessing the beginning of something far greater.